Hey fam. Ever wonder why some folks always seem to be stacking paper while others are constantly stressing about their wallets? What if I told you the secret isn't just about how you manage your money, but actually how good you are at making it? Sounds simple, right? But trust me, it's a game changer. This video is going to spill the tea on why boosting your earning potential should be your #1 mission, especially when you're young and got that hustle in you. So, stick around, hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more epic money tips. Let's get this bread all right. Let's kick things off with a real talk moment about money. A lot of us grow up hearing about saving, budgeting, and being smart with our cash. And yeah, all that stuff is super important. Don't get it twisted. But here's the kicker. Before you can even manage money effectively, you gotta have some to manage, right? This isn't just about having a few extra bucks for your weekend chill sessions. It's about building a solid foundation for your future self. Think about it. Trying to budget and pinch pennies when your income is barely covering the basics is like trying to fill a bucket with a tiny spoon. It's gonna take forever and feel super frustrating. What we really need to focus on, especially when we're young and full of energy, is leveling up our ability to bring in more dough. This video is all about dropping some truth bombs on the difference between being a money-making machine and a money-managing guru, and why, for most of us, chasing that bigger paycheck should be the first item on our financial to-do list. Now, let's clear something up right from the jump. Making money and managing money are two totally different superpowers. It's like being a killer chef versus being a master restaurant manager. One creates the delicious food, the other makes sure the whole operation runs smoothly and profitably. You can be an absolute wizard at whipping up 5-star dishes. Read, a genius at earning. But if you can't manage your inventory, staff, or bookings, read bad at managing, your restaurant might still go bust. Similarly, some folks are absolute pros at budgeting, tracking every penny and finding killer deals, but their income is so stagnant that their financial progress is super slow. On the flip side, you'll see people who are total hustlers, always finding new ways to earn big, but then they blow it all on impulsive buys and expensive lifestyles. Understanding this fundamental difference is crucial because it helps you prioritize. You can't optimize what isn't there in the first place. So, before you stress too much about which investment app to use or how to cut your coffee budget, let's talk about how to get more coffee money in the first place. This brings us to the golden rule for young adults. Prioritize increasing your earning power in your 20s and early 30s. This isn't just some random advice. It's a strategic move. Think of these years as your prime time for exponential growth, not just in life experience, but in financial capacity. When you're young, your responsibilities might be lighter, your energy levels higher, and your appetite for risk often greater. This is the perfect cocktail for investing in yourself to dramatically increase your income. Trying to save an extra 10% when you're making minimum wage is impactful. Sure, but it's not going to move the needle as much as doubling your income. A larger income base means that even a small percentage saved or invested grows into a significant amount over time, thanks to the magic of compounding. Don't get me wrong, saving is good, but when you're starting small, focusing on earning more is like planting a bigger, stronger tree that will bear more fruit down the line. So, how do you actually boost this earning power? This is where the concept of investing in your neck up comes into play. Forget about complicated stock market maneuvers for a hot minute and put your focus on you. This means pouring time, energy, and yes, sometimes a little bit of money into sharpening your skills and acquiring new ones that are in high demand. We're talking about future-proof skills like digital marketing, coding, data analysis, graphic design, public speaking, or even mastering a new language. These aren't just hobbies. They are high-value capabilities that directly translate into a higher paycheck, more job opportunities, and even the ability to start your own side hustle or business. The world is constantly evolving, and the job market is no exception. By continuously learning and adapting, you become more valuable to employers or clients, making you less replaceable and opening up new avenues for income that you never even knew existed. Think of it as upgrading your personal software. The more features you have, the more you can do and the more you're worth. Okay, so once you've leveled up your earning game, then what? That's when smart money management swoops in to make sure your hard-earned cash works as hard as you do. One killer framework to help you get started is the 1-2-3-4 rule for managing your money. It's super straightforward and breaks down how you should ideally allocate your income. First up, the 1 in the rule. Dedicate 10% of your income for your future. This is your non-negotiable pay yourself first bucket. Think of it as building your retirement fund, saving for a down payment on a house, or making long-term investments that will secure your financial freedom down the road. This isn't money for next month's bills. This is money for your future rich self. The earlier you start this, the more powerful compounding interest becomes. Even if it feels small at first, consistently putting aside that 10% creates a robust safety net and growth engine for decades to come, setting you up for true financial peace later in life. Moving on to the 2 and 3 in our 1, 2, 3, 4 rule. Let's talk about balance. The 2 stands for 20% of your income, which should be set aside for fun, enjoyment, or as many like to call it, healing money. Life isn't just about working and saving. It's also about enjoying the fruits of your labor. This 20% is for guilt-free spending on things that bring you joy. Whether it's a weekend getaway, that concert ticket you've been eyeing, a fancy dinner, or simply treating yourself to something nice. It prevents burnout and makes your financial journey sustainable. Then comes the 3, representing 30% of your income, which is allocated for building assets and achieving financial freedom. This chunk is a bit more strategic. It includes building your emergency fund, making more aggressive investments beyond your initial 10% for the future, or even saving for a down payment on productive assets that can generate more income. This 30% helps you move beyond just getting by and actively builds wealth and security, giving you more options and control over your financial destiny. Finally, we hit the 4 in the 1, 2, 3, 4 rule. 40% of your income is designated for your essential living expenses. This is the biggest chunk, and for good reason. It covers all your non-negotiable needs like food, transportation, rent or housing payments, utilities, and any other regular bills that keep your life running smoothly. The goal here is to keep this 40% as lean and mean as possible. If you find that your essential needs are constantly eating up more than 40% of your income, it's a clear signal. This might mean you need to either evaluate your lifestyle choices. Can you find a cheaper place, optimize your commute, or cook more at home? Or more importantly, it reinforces the initial point of this whole discussion. You need to increase your earning capacity. The higher your income, the easier it becomes to comfortably cover your needs within this 40% bracket, leaving more room for future investments, asset building, and of course, a bit more fun. Now, let's talk about the tricky part, the danger zone that many young people fall into. When your income hits that sweet spot of roughly 10 to 50 million IDR, or its equivalent in your local currency. This is where lifestyle inflation can sneak up on you like a ninja. You start earning more, and suddenly your living standards magically creep up too. That cheap coffee becomes a daily artisan brew. Your old phone needs an upgrade. You start eating out more often, and maybe even eye a fancier place to live. Before you know it, even though you're making significantly more money, you feel just as broke as when you started because your expenses have expanded to fill your income. This is a super dangerous trap because it prevents you from building real wealth. It's crucial to be mindful during this phase. Acknowledge your increased income, but consciously decide not to let your spending escalate at the same pace. Keep those good habits you built when your income was lower, and channel that extra cash into savings, investments, and asset building, not just into a flashier lifestyle. And finally, a golden rule that applies no matter how much you earn. Avoid debt like it's the plague. Seriously, make it your mission to buy things cash whenever possible. If you can't afford to pay for something outright, especially discretionary items, then you probably don't truly need it right now. Debt, especially consumer debt like credit card balances or personal loans for luxury items, is a financial treadmill that keeps you running in place. It drains your resources through interest payments, stifles your ability to save and invest, and can become a massive source of stress. Of course, there are exceptions like productive debt for education or a mortgage for a home that appreciates in value, but even then, approach it with extreme caution and a solid plan. For everything else, practice patience. Save up for what you want and buy it when you have the cash. This habit alone will save you countless headaches and liberate a huge chunk of your future income from interest payments. So, here's the ultimate takeaway, especially for all you young guns out there ready to conquer the world. Your primary mission in your younger years should be all about boosting your capacity to earn more money. Think of it as building a super-powered financial engine. While you're busy leveling up your skills and attracting bigger paychecks, don't forget to simultaneously start building those rock-solid money management habits. Get disciplined with the 1, 2, 3, 4 rule, or whatever system works for you, and for the love of all that is financially sound, stay away from unnecessary debt. By focusing on earning big, managing smart, and living debt-free, you're not just setting yourself up for a comfortable life. You're building a foundation for lifelong financial freedom and peace of mind. Go out there, hustle hard, and make your money work for you. Disclaimer: the content on this channel is for educational and informational purposes only. It should not be considered financial, investment, or legal advice. Always do your own research or consult a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions. The creator is not responsible for any losses or damages resulting from the use of this information.